We have the incredible Sophia Bush with us from this amazingly scary movie, False Positive. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. It's so funny to be celebrating such a dark film. But we're very, very excited about it.
It's got a great script, a great pace to it, and a great feel to it. It's almost like a modern Rosemary's Baby.
Mm-hmm. We've been hearing a lot of references to both Rosemary's Baby and Get Out, which I loved an absurd amount. So there are two comparisons that really make me feel flattered and excited.
Are you a fan of the horror genre?
I'm really a fan of the psychological horror genre. I'm less inclined to, watch super gory movies that feel like a little like torture porn or something. I'm like, I don't know how I feel. It gives me nightmares. Some people love it. I can't sleep after I see a movie like that. But the psychological horrors that feel grounded in a reality that's just a bit bent, that makes us question, systems, society, realities around us. Those things really, they get like a hook in me, and I think about them for weeks. And so it feels great to have contributed to a movie like that.
Because there's certainly a reality about them that they could happen.
Exactly. Oh, I remember seeing that movie 28 days later and driving home from the theater thinking, well, it's fine. It could never happen. And I was like, but if it happened as fast as it happened in the movie, by the time I get home, my house might be surrounded by zombies. I was like terrified to get out of my car that night. And I think that this goes even a step farther to really make you consider these systems in our society that we've been told to trust, blanket statement, and to ask, well, can we?
Yeah, and the film has more twists than a corkscrew. It's really takes the audience for a ride. So is that what attracted you to it?
Yes, I think for me, understanding what the metaphorical discussion was based on my first conversation with Alana, I couldn't wait to read the script. And as I read it, I had that sort of sinking feeling, in a scary movie when they do that long drag of a note on a violin, it felt like that. It was just like it kept pulling, and I kept flipping through the pages, and I was feeling more and more unsettled and almost nauseated by the end. And I just thought, okay, if this is this able to affect me on the page, what's going to happen when we film it? What's going to happen when people watch it? And I knew I wanted to be a part of it.
You've been stepping behind the camera, for a long time since you were on, I think, One Tree Hill. You did some directing. How was John Lee as a director? Is he an actor's director?
John Lee is fabulous. And I think, in all of the discussions I had with him, I felt so seen, heard, and supported, which is so incredible when you are in the vulnerable state of kind of excavating and investigating yourself and your beliefs, which is what playing a character like this requires, to play a woman who is a best friend and maybe wittingly or unwittingly an agent of the patriarchy, who gaslights her friend. It was sort of devastating, and to find it and be curious about it and sit in it was something he really helped enable me to do. And I also think that there was such a phenomenal energy for all of us as collaborators because he and Alana had written the film together. The two of them had spent so much time on it. They had a language that I was able to jump into quickly with them. And it was such a collaborative set.
In our final seconds we have, and thank you so much for your time today, what do you think audiences are going to take away when they watch the film?
Oh, my goodness. I think this will be the kind of thing that sits with people too, that makes them ask questions, and that hopefully days later will have them asking even more, where they will want to advocate to change laws, and also want to advocate better for themselves when they're in any kind of medical office, or even, perhaps in a relationship with a friend who gaslights them all the time. I think top to bottom, there are opportunities for us to really generate conversations on the shoulders of this film.
Sophia, thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Tony.